All right, this is a summer edition Knudson garden update. We got some really cool things growing in this super hot weather. Not everything likes this hot weather, but a few things do. So let's go and take a look at some of our heat-loving plants. All right, so first off, one of our heat-loving plants we've been talking about a lot is our watermelons. And they're doing really well. They like this heat. We got a nice watermelon here, and we're going to check this tendril to see if it's dry. It is dry. That's a good sign that this is ready to harvest. It's even got a little yellow spot from some heat. We're just going to pop that off. And this is going to be one of our watermelons that we have been hybridizing. This watermelon had a yellow-fleshed, gray rind mother and a red flesh black rind father. And you can see it looks like the exocarp, the rind, is more like its dark black fleshed sugar baby father, and not as much like its gray flesh, that's gray rinded Desert King mother. So we're going to cut this open. We've got a few others that we're going to take a look at, and we're going to see, is this going to have red flesh like its father or yellow flesh like its mother? So pretty cool. Our watermelons, and you can see our watermelons send out all of these vines, and they like to climb up things. And one of them has even climbed up our A-frame that we originally built for our beans. But we've got a watermelon just hanging out here. It's climbed up the vine. It's climbed up the bamboo. And it's just happy to hang out there. We got some more watermelons over here, and they are liking the heat. And we've even got another watermelon hanging out here on our bean cone. Now, unlike the watermelons though, our purple pole beans just do not like this heat. They're not liking it at all. They've dried up. Other plants that like the heat are basil, really likes the heat. And like the other parts of our garden, the basil is getting infested with the watermelon. It just wants to climb everywhere. But we've got this very nice Persian basil with these beautiful purple flowers. They're doing great. And the last plant I want to talk about in this garden update is our okra. Okra really likes the heat. And right now, we've got some great fruiting going on. This is our Okinawa purple okra. Students planted these back in May, and they're producing this really nice pink-colored fruit. Looks like we're going to get a nice okra harvest here in a couple of weeks when our 6th grade bridge students come in. So we're very excited about that. Lots of other things going on in the garden. Our brassicas, our broccoli, and our 1,000-head kale are not really liking the heat, but they're surviving it. We've also got our peppers, which are getting much bigger. They can handle the heat. They're doing okay. Not much fruiting right now, but that's okay because it's really super hot. And over here, we've got our tomatillos, which tried to fruit. We've got one little hollow husk here. Got another one down here. Hopefully in the fall, they'll come back alive and we'll get some more fruiting. We've got a few here that we can see that are doing pretty well. And we'll check over here on our tomatoes. Tomato's not liking this heat very much. Hopefully it'll hang on during the summer. We'll have it come back in the fall. Our banana tree could be a lot happier if it weren't quite so hot. It'll come back though. And last of all, our corn, our popcorns, doing okay. Pollination wasn't great this year, but it's doing okay. We can see a few kernels here. We'll let this sit on the stalks for a few more weeks. Maybe harvest it during summer bridge. And I think that's it. I'm starting to sweat. I think it's time to wrap up this garden update. Things are looking good here. Some of our watermelons that got attacked by the squash bugs earlier in the spring are starting to come back. That's good to see. And I think we're going to wrap this up. All right, that is it for this summer edition of our garden update. We got Farmer Rosalie in the background there working hard. We're going to take this watermelon home. We're going to cut it open. We're going to measure it. We're going to weigh it. And we're going to record some of its characteristics, some of its traits, and see if we can start picking up on some patterns in inheritance for our long-term genetics project. So stay safe. And we'll see you guys in a few weeks. All right, so we've got our watermelon here at home. Let's cut it open and see what that endocarp looks like. Let's see what the flesh color is. Red male, yellow female. Their offspring are light red. That is unexpected. Very interesting. Yellow should be dominant over red, but with Sugar Baby, it looks like red is dominant. Or maybe yellow is still dominant over red, but the Desert King female might be heterozygous. And this just happens to be the 1 and 2 offspring that are homozygous recessive. Do the Punnett square, see if you can figure out how that would work.